It was good, everybody. I'd like to welcome you all to another segment of This Is Real. I'm your host, T Real, and I got a special guest in the building. Quita, what's good, baby?
Hey.
And as you know how it goes down. We got a number of topics to talk about. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's dive right in. Alright. So we're gonna dive into our first topic. Our first topic is women's deflection tactics. And that's basically like, like how, and you're a woman, so you know how it is. The whole, I'm married but they don't have a ring. I'm gay, but they really straight and got like 5 kids. How females are able to like create illusions. They can just tell you something, but they actually can make it believable. And guys are not naive enough to believe it most of the time. And some of the times it's just bogus. Like the whole I'm married, but you don't have a ring on your finger. I don't go for that one. Like that almost offends me if anything. But like you a female, talk to us real quick. Tell us like what's up with that. Like why do females do that? Why do women do that? Why do women say they got a boyfriend they don't, or they married and don't have a ring? Like like you ain't gonna notice that. Like what's up with that?
But 9 times out of 10, they lying about it. They won't. They either got married, cheating on their husband, they take their rings off when they leave the house. Or they lying saying they're married, so the other person leaves you alone.
Right. So you saying like that's just a way to get them a guy to back off without saying like no thank you or something, or like nah or something. I mean like
sometimes that's not the case.
I mean, cause and then sometimes it's like all right, let me ask you like this. So bam. So let's say you out and about. Let's say you with your brother, and you see your brother try to talk to this female, and she's married, and you a female, right? So you know how females talk, and you look at her ring, you look at both of her hands, and you don't see no ring. And after he tried to talk to her or whatever, she said she married or whatever, he leave it alone, and then he come back to you like you think she was telling the truth? How would you respond to him knowing that she ain't have no ring on her finger?
You don't know if she's telling you the truth or not. Because I happen to know somebody that's married, but they don't have a ring on their finger.
So you think it is possible for some females to do that? You think some females just really, for whatever reason, don't have their ring on?
You mad so they ain't got enough money to buy you one.
Right, but then this is my thing, right? Don't that make it a lot simpler? Like to keep men away if you are married and guys gonna try to holler at you like just to like if you wear the ring, it just makes it simple, like guys see it. Some guys will still try to holler, but that'll back a lot of guys off at least, right?
Not necessarily, some of you just don't care.
I mean that's true, but I don't know. If you was married, would you wear your ring at all times?
I don't care if my ring come from Kroger, Walmart, or the Liz Jewelry store. It better be a ring on my finger.
So if you married, that ring gonna stay on your finger is what you're saying?
It's on my finger.
24/7.
24/7.
Well, you need to have a talk with some of these other females out there, cause I don't think all of them see eye to eye. But I think it's kind of a conspiracy. Like you know what I kind of feel like sometimes? I kind of feel like females got together and just had they had a gathering with all the females and just said, what are we gonna do? What's gonna be our new thing? Like what's gonna be our way of getting back at these dudes? Like how are we gonna answer back for all these years of punishment and torture that we've been going through? And they just thought, cause like it's crazy, cause like I see so many females doing some of the same. It's like so similar, and I'm like, do every female do this stuff? Like it'd be crazy. Like I guess y'all feel like males are like really alike. Like we do a lot of the same similar stuff, and we feel like, well, I personally feel like that about females. Like I've seen I've seen it, like, man, I've seen it, the whole I'm married thing. I just seen them say boyfriend, and sometimes I know for a fact they was lying for whatever reason, you know. And females, it's funny because like they got a way of making it believable. Like a guy, when a guy say like, oh, I got a girl, I don't got a girl. Like a lot of times, you know, a guy slip up, and it's hard for a guy to make it believable. Some guys are good liars, but for the most part, they get caught up easily. Females can like make it believable, and I mean, if you ain't like, you know, on your best A, like a female was so slick, they could be smashing your man and you not even know. But that ain't even our topic though, so I ain't even gonna go that far into it, cause I mean the topic is women's deflection tactics, but like yeah, like. I don't know. I bet you a slick. I bet you a slick sister, ain't you?
I will be, but it's easy to just tell the truth. Tell them, look, I don't want you right now.
Right. So is that the message that you would give the females that's lying, that's lying, telling guys this and that, when it's really like, you know, for whatever reason, like they might really do have a boyfriend, but instead of them like saying that, they'll like, you know how some females are like, lead you on, you know, they might have a dude, but they might go through their issues, and they'll like, you know, they won't say they got a dude, and they'll like, you know, take your number, give you that number, and talk to you a few times, make you think you're gonna get in there, and then don't, and you know, they end up not letting you. You know what I'm saying? You just waste your time, your effort. You know, like what's your message to those females though? Like what's your message to the females that just use these different deflection tactics? To just, you know, for their own benefit, basically.
I think it's easy to just be up front from the jump off. So, I got a man. I don't know how he'll feel about us being friends, but that's all we could be.
Right, and like so, like how do you feel about the females that do, like, you know what I'm saying, still do their thing, like, you know, they are up front, but they'll still just go ahead and do their thing. Like, what? How do you feel? Do you think that like give a lot? Do you feel like personally, like, do you take that personal? Like they give other females a bad name and making it bad, making it hard to find a good man?
Not necessarily. I ain't trying to know better for what they do, but like I tell half my friends, don't come to me crying when it all falls apart. Well, if they want to hear it now, I'm going to tell them what's right and what's wrong from the jump off.
Right, I feel you on that. I mean, I just had to give it up. Like, I just feel like females are like naturally, they just naturals. I feel like females are naturals at just being slick and just being able to tell you something and deceiving you. Like, you know, they had you thinking one thing. Like with a female, like, I don't know. I keep going back to the I'm married thing because that's like the number one thing. Like, of all, that is the first thing you'll hear. You know, I'm married. You married? Okay. Like I actually witnessed that like before. Like, I'm married. Like, all right, where your ring? Oh, my ring. Yeah, my ring messed up, so I don't be wearing it. One of the rocks is missing. I heard a female with my own ears say this. One of my rocks is missing from my ring, so I don't wear it. I'm like, what? I couldn't believe my own ears. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, so because a rock is missing from your ring, a diamond or whatever, so it's not worthy of wearing now, so you'll just not wear it, knowing that God's gonna try to holler at you. Like, nah, not buying that one, sister. Sorry, you got to come better than that. Some niggas might fall for that. I wouldn't fall for that. I'm sorry. I will not fall for that one. No, I would not. You got to come better than that for me. You feel me?
That is a pretty lame line.
That's real talk right there too.
Her ring off for that reason. She always has it on in. It should be no problem finding the marks on my fingers, because I know for a fact that I got 2 of them on my hands that I never take off. And if I don't wear them for a week, you still gonna see where I had it on.
Right, that buzzer just sounded, so that means it's time for our next topic.